Inspector Fresh, Clean Nova Scotia. May I talk to you for a few minutes? It's very important. It's about your house.
My house?
It's in grave danger. May I come in for a minute?
Who is that other man? What's he doing with all those tools? And his filthy boots. He'll ruin my floors.
Don't worry. He's with me. We're here to help. Air leaks. I can feel them.
I'm sorry?
Air leaks.
Inspector Fresh, what on earth is going on? Wipe your feet.
Mrs. Jordan, it's time you learned the truth.
I'm not sure I have time to talk to you right now. I've got dinner guests coming in an hour, and I haven't vacuumed. Maybe you could call.
Mrs. Jordan, do you really know how your house works?
Works?
I didn't think so. Unfortunately, most homeowners don't. It's criminal. That's why I'm here, and that's why I've brought Brian.
This device is called a blower door. It is used by professional air sealing companies to measure air leakage rates in the house and to find air leaks. When running, it depressurizes the house and causes a vacuum. You can then walk around and find air leakage coming into your house easily.
Inspector Fresh, I am a superlative homeowner. I pride myself on it. It is my passion. It's probably why my husband spends so much time away. There is not an area of this house of which I am unaware.
So your building envelope is tight?
I'm sorry?
No waste of heat due to an out-of-control stack effect?
Inspector, I may not know what you're talking about, but my house is a healthy house.
I'll dumb it down for you, Mrs. J.
Mrs. J is far too fresh, Inspector.
Air. It's all around us. And so is moisture. And in the colder months, we add heat. You know what I'm talking about.
Air, moisture, and heat.
All quite innocent on their own, but combined, a recipe for disaster.
Inspector, is my house going to explode or something?
Not explode, Mrs. Jordan. Leak to death through an open wound of heat loss. In older homes like this, built before 1980, uncontrolled air leakage is responsible for 20 to 40% of your heating bill. But it's not about the money. It's about the air. You know, you may be losing all of the air in your house every 2 to 3 hours, but don't panic. That's why I'm here. And that's why I brought my trustworthy associate, Brian.
Yes. Now, where has that one got to?
As you can see, this door's got quite a leak. You can even see light through it. This door is the main door to the house, gets used a lot. I'd recommend a good quality weather stripping that's got long life and won't have to be replaced every couple of years. This is a material that's available at local hardware stores. It's got a foam retractable piece on a metal carrier. The better weather stripping will last 15 to 25 years. Set the weather stripping in place with the door closed. Set a mark along the door frame with a pencil. Take the better piece of weather stripping off, put a bit of caulking on the back of it, and then screw it in place.
Do you mind if I take a look in your basement?
No, but please, don't touch anything. Every item in this house has been selected and placed with meticulous care. Even the dust, even the...
Oh my gosh.
What is it?
Draft. It's killing you. Here, through the cracks, where the sill meets the foundation, and where the header sits on the sill. Warm air rising in the house pulls in cold air down here in the basement, creating the stack effect I told you earlier.
Where does the warm air go?
Away?
Away how?
Through the penetrations in the building envelope. Can't you feel it? Cold air coming in, warm air leaking out.
I don't see any penetrations, and please don't refer to my home as an envelope. I don't deserve that.
Mrs. Jordan, the building envelope is that surface of your home that is exposed to the sometimes extreme weather systems of the outside world. Yours is pathetic.
I beg your pardon?
You usually can't see the area where the sill sits on the foundation. It can actually be one of the leakiest areas in the house, and you should concentrate some effort in this area. To seal in the joist area, after they've been filled with insulation, cut pieces of 1-inch styrofoam extruded styrofoam to fit in between the joists. Put them up in place. Tap them into place. And once in place, then caulk, as has been done in the first cavity here. Any larger gaps, such as the one cut for the wire here, should be foamed in with expanding foam. Gaps between the boards can be caulked, or in the case of large gaps like this, they should be foamed in with expanding foam.
It's being stabbed with electrical wires, water lines, sewer laterals, building openings, windows, doors, chimneys. Do you truly love your home, Mrs. Jordan?
Every inch of molding, every window sash, every nail.
Then air seal it before it leaks to death.
The electrical conduit that brings the wires from the electrical mast into the electrical panel is an area that should be sealed also. The outside of the conduit, where it comes through the air barrier, should be sealed, as well as the inside of the conduit, because there's 3 wires in there, but still an area of air leakage that comes down and brings cold air into the panel. This should be sealed by the electrician. Ask him the next time he's over to seal it for you.
Do you have a match?
I'm not sure I want you to have one. Where are you going?
Main floor. Feel this.
These are the original window casings. Don't you think they're beautiful?
Very beautiful. But watch.
Cold air. A leak in my building envelope.
You are incredible.
Now you're going to tell me I have to replace all the windows and doors.
And ruin these fine specimens? Never.
Since windows and doors are responsible for only 10 to 15% of all the air leaks in the house, replacement with new windows is an option with a long payback period, sometimes 20 to 25 years before you get your money back. The best thing for an existing house with good storm windows on and good interior wood windows is to actually weather strip them. The products we recommend for that is V-strip and a foam for the bottom. To remove the bottom movable sash in a single hung window, you must first remove the window stops. Small pry bar is required, and ginger work until it slides off. Next, the sash can be removed and set aside, and work to prepare the surfaces of the side jamb and the meeting rail can continue. On the meeting rail, paint has run down and formed some bumps. These should be removed by using the scraper tool. This provides a smooth surface ready to accept the weather stripping. Pull enough weather stripping off the roll to do from the meeting rail down to the windowsill. Just cut it with a utility knife. Pull the protective covering off the weather stripping. And apply the weather stripping to the side jamb. Be sure to have the V facing out. To ensure that the weather stripping stays in place for the long term, we advise to use a couple of staples in the ends. Once the staples are in, just tap them in flush. Pull the weather stripping back. Repeat this for the meeting rail and for the other side jamb. With the meeting rail, have the V of the weather stripping facing down. Apply 3 or 4 staples also along this